We have Trashit, we have Carol, and we have Sheba Joe. Trashit would like at this time to be able to provide us an overview and set the tone for today's Q&A. Trashit, I welcome you. Thank you.
Thank you, Grace, and welcome all the panelists. And I would like to inform Grace, Eunice is also here to help us and assist us with his expertise and experience. So
Thank you.
once again, everybody, welcome to this live Q&A. And this is explicitly organized to assist the community to get their queries resolved. We used to do, the Saturday support call that was all time sake. But now we have changed the format and we do live Q&A where we interact, where we resolve, we take questions and we provide answers, and that too from a panel of experts, mentors, trainers, rank leaders, a wide variety of experienced learned people. So let us proceed and with this call. And before we proceed, let us get an update on what Chavez actually presented in his last call, that was Wednesday community call. So last night's call was exemplary, amazing. It was like a closure as well as a new beginning to what is right now aligned with this ecosystem. So first of all, he mentioned about Pi. Of course, it's a brand new product that has recently been released. Of course, the activations are still left. Lots of things yet to be, covered. But for the time being, everybody can buy the subscriptions of Pi from the WAAS back office. Let me quickly guide you. How do you do that? And there are a few updates on WAAS back office as well. So anybody who would be interested in buying the free trade pass, this trade pass allows you to invest up to 100 US dollars, USDTs, as AUM, asset under management, for free. I mean, there are no subscription charges. So how can you subscribe to that free trade pass? In the subscription menu, we have this new option of Pi subscription. And as you go and discover the licenses, here you have the first license name as the free trading pass. So with this free trading pass, you get $100 AUM, that is asset under management, which means you can deposit, you can transfer from $10 to maximum $100, and that will be your AUM. And with that, you can test the platform. You can see, review how the platform performs, how do you manage your profits, how much is the approx profit estimation, and everything. Here also, whatever profit you will make, 50% will be shared by the HFTs or the services, and that will be their reward for making profits. This free trading pass is valid for 30 days, which means after 30 days, this free trading pass will not be available in the WAAS back office, as well as you won't be able to trade further. You won't be able to allocate your AUM further on the platform, and whatever profit you would have made until this 30 days, you can withdraw and you can exit the platform. It's simple. But those who want to continue, they can continue with $500. That's the basic license number one, and with which you get the maximum asset under management up to 2,500. That is 5 times of your subscription value. That means you can invest, you can trade with minimum $10 to maximum $2,500. Here too, the success fee, that is the percentage of profit shared with the traders or the services, is 50%. So this is the first license. And then if you would like to have more in the AUM, like up to 5,000, you can pay additional. You have already paid 500. All you need to do is pay additional 500, and your new license, that is license number 2, can be purchased. And you get a new AUM that is of $5,000, and the success fee also would be 45% from the profit. And this goes along all the subscription. You only need to pay the differential amount between two subscriptions. Let's say you have purchased $500 first license, and now you want to purchase $25,000 license. You can deposit, you can purchase it with additional $24,500, because 5,000 you have already paid. You only need to pay the differential amount to purchase the next license value. And with every license value purchase, you get 5x as the maximum AUM that you can put to trade with the traders, as well as you proceed further into the higher subscriptions, the success fee, that is the fee that you pay to the traders, it gets reduced. So from 50%, the high subscription has only 25%. That means only 25% of your profit goes to the traders. You retain 75% of the profits. So this is how everything has been organized now for everybody who would like to explore, who would like to experience the platform. They can subscribe to this free trading pass. But this free trading pass are available only in the WAAS back office exclusively. So everybody who is not a part of the community, they must have a WAAS account, or at least they should be connected to a WAAS account where this free trading pass can be purchased. So anybody can purchase this free trading pass right now. Okay. Now, as you purchase, you click on buy, and here you have two options. The amount is zero. You can choose any option. You can put the transaction password and accept terms and condition. Next, email OTP, and you will be subscribed to this free trading pass. Now, just for the sake of promotions, you can generate as many free trading pass as possible. Okay. So here you can see I have already generated two free trading pass. So as I get to the coupon details, you can see there are coupons generated. Now, of course, we have learned this, how these coupons are organized. Now, for every coupon, there is an email address attached to activate that coupon. All right. So here you can see this, there are two coupons. So right now, by default, the email address attached to both the coupons is of my WAAS back office. Okay. Right now, by default, the email address attached to these two coupons is of my WAAS back office, the email address I'm having, or I have registered my WAAS account with. All right. Now, this is for the time being on WAAS that you need to understand. Now let's get on to Pi. Now on the Pi platform, pi.xyz is the URL, and everybody, first of all, should click on sign up if you haven't yet. As you click on sign up, there will be an option to do the KYC. Please make sure that you use the same email address at the time of KYC on Pi, which is your WAAS email address. So if you have the same email address on your WAAS back office and the KYC, then you only need to copy the code, the coupon code from WAAS back office, and paste it here on the Pi to activate your license. If you are having different email address, like on WAAS, it's a email address, on KYC, you have used a B email address, or maybe if you would like to transfer the coupon to one of your friends and family, right? So you can use the transfer option from WAAS back office, and you can transfer it to the email with which you have completed your KYC. With single email address, you can have only a single individual KYC. All right. And once you have succeeded with the KYC, if you have registered and you have successfully done the KYC, then you cannot create another account, another KYC for the same individual. Okay. So this is how these coupons have been organized from WAAS. You can right now, if you have the same email, you can copy the coupon code and get to this section here. See, it's asking you to activate your subscription. There is an option to redeem. And as you scroll down on the subscription menu, here you have an option to enter coupon code. So as you enter coupon code, right now, this coupon's activation has not yet been implemented. The team is still testing. Okay. It will be officially announced when you can activate the coupons. Right now, coupons are still under testing. So it shows invalid coupon code. It's okay. Okay. So if you have the same email on WAAS back office and your Pi KYC account, then you can simply copy the coupon from here and paste it in the section where it asks you to redeem the coupon. If you have different email, like I cannot use both the coupon on the same KYC account, because with one coupon, there is only one email address attached, and with one email, I can only do one Pi account, right? So for those who would like to have a different email, or if you would like to transfer this coupon to your friends or family, you can use their email address here, right? And you can ask them to KYC on Pi using that email address. So that way the coupon will be, it had to be validated on email. Once the validation is done, they can use the coupon and activate their protocol account. Is it clear to everybody? Any question related to this we will take further in the live Q&A. All right, so this is about Pi, and then we have very interesting news, that is Financial Freedom Pack. The combo pack is live and active, and last night even David showed how to purchase this, right? So for this, you will require TRC20 USDT or USDC Polygon, and partially you will also require BTC20. So the exact figure is TRC20, you require $960, maybe USDT or maybe USDC Polygon. All right, and BTC20 you require is 240. So 960 in USDT and 240 in BTC20. With this, you can purchase or subscribe to Financial Freedom Pack. This is especially for new community members, or explicitly for those who would like to take a part in the shared node, because this shared node is only available with Financial Freedom Pack. Okay, and you get 600 worth DeFi products, including $1 worth liquid choice, $100 worth Dodo starter package, and $300 worth shared node, and 2 Xeon GT, that is $50 worth miner of $100 in total. On CeFi side, you get $100 of Capital 3.0 package 1 and $500 worth the first license of protocol yield. And the best part is you get a cashback as well. That is $100 cashback after 24 hours. This cashback will be available on your 5x potential income wallet. So on DeFi, $600 purchase or subscribed would give you the 3x income limit, the potential income, right? And on the CeFi side, you will have $300. That is, so 600 into 5 times, that is $3,000 of potential income. So total on the affiliate side, you can make up to $4,800. Right, so this is amazing. This is for newcomers. This is for starters. And she has also announced that soon we will have a offer with which people can qualify for the token 2049 that is being held in Singapore, where Affiliate Marketing 3.0 Roadshow we have organized, and all the qualifiers from that offer will be able to go and participate on company's expenses. And especially that qualification criteria would be on the sales of Financial Freedom Pack. So understand this Financial Freedom Pack. It will boost your sales as well as help you capitalize on this. Then on another major update was on Liquid Pay. So on Liquid Pay, the self-custodian wallets are now activated. Right. So we request everybody, first of all, to update the application from the Play Stores and App Store, and then you can see the application will ask for self-custodian wallet activation. So as you go through the process, first of all, it will ask you to put a secret key. That secret key is the only key to your self-custodial wallet. Please make sure you write it down, you save it properly, so that you may never lose your self-custodian wallet. So only with that secret key, you will be able to get access to the self-custodian wallets. And this self-custodian wallets now will act as the default wallet for everybody. So as you deposit funds on Liquid Pay, your funds will be available in crypto assets on your self-custodian wallets. And as you can see on the application, you have an option to withdraw. So this crypto assets deposited will be retained in your self-custodian wallet under your custody, and you can withdraw it anytime. And like any Web3 wallet, this also have a private key. And as you will complete the process of activating this self-custodian wallet, the application will provide you with a private key as well. So there are two important things that you need to note down and save it properly. One is the secret key, that is the access to the self-custodian wallet, and then your private key. So if you would like to import this self-custodian wallet into any MetaMask wallet application, or maybe any other Web3 wallet application, so you can use the private key and import your wallet, so that on the application also you will have the same wallet, and like if you want to access this individually, you will have it on your Web3 wallet applications. Along with this, Shavez also mentioned that there are going to be base asset deposit facility, as well as the BIP20 blockchain integration also will be available very soon. Approximately base will take 1 week, BIP20 BP20 will take approx 2 weeks, and Tron deposits also will be available very soon. It will take approximately 4 weeks. estimated period. So these are all the updates, and US and UK, I mean US, Kenya, and Nigeria and South Africa, they will take some time for the KYC compliance. They are still in negotiating process for the licensing, and it will be available soon. Also, the physical card will be available very soon. They have already uh, sent the 3 card variants to Visa, and once they approve it, the physical card dispatch will also begin. So these are all the major updates, and let's proceed with Q&A, and we will answer all your other queries there. Thank you, Grace, and let's get the panelists involved, and let's get this done.
You know, Trashid, that was a great summary of what all the updates, and then diving a little bit into the PY or the pie. And so that was fantastic refresher. So I know there's going to be a lot of questions on that. So joining us is on the panel. Let me go ahead and introduce the panels, and I'll bring you last on Trashit. And so we have Shiba Joe. As you know, he is a masterful videographer, and we're going to find out when's the video coming out. Joe, you got to go ahead and tell us about that. And you're going to go ahead and tell us about that now. Just kind of give us just a little bit, a couple of minutes.
Yeah, I'm going to start making videos now. Now that I know that the activation process in the back office is ready. Obviously, the code system isn't yet, but now that I know that the packages are live, I will probably make the first video either today or it'll either be this evening after this Zoom, because it's a quick video, but it'll certainly be this weekend. I'll start making videos.
So is Carl, I just want to know, how close is Singapore to Australia? So I'm wondering, how many folks you're going to bring along on the trip, Carl? Carl Crypto Dundee. How many people are you taking to Singapore with you?
Good question.
Exactly.
Good question, except for the fact that I don't have a passport at the moment. I better get back onto that project. I don't know. Who knows what the future holds?
All righty. Can we have Carl up? And fantastic. Well, we will look forward, and we will go ahead and keep track of your passport, okay? For you. Now, Eunice, I had a big question about Dodo, so that question may be coming up. So please go ahead and join the panel. I really appreciate the wonderful work that you do with the WAAS back office, and your enthusiasm and expertise on Dodo. So Eunice, please go ahead and join the panel.
I believe Eunice was here. He is not available right now. He would
Okay.
have some issue. We'll get him
All
back
right.
on the panel as he's available.
Well, we're going to get started. And you know what, Trashid, I'm going to have to take a little bit of what they call here, just a little privilege here, because I really want to know about this financial freedom package that you mentioned. And you see, you also mentioned as far as the being able to kind of hash up a little bit. So with the financial freedom package, you get all of the products to include a $500 license for Pi, correct?
Yes, that is correct.
Now, once you get that, can you then top that up and for another 500 and then be able to get the $1,000 license?
Yes. So all your next purchases are incremental. That means you need to pay only the additional funds for the next license if you have already purchased a previous one.
Fantastic. That is now Alfreda had a question, and her hand was placed down, I'm sure accidentally. Alfreda, are you there to ask your question? Because you had a question ready. Because I have a whole bunch of questions if you guys are not ready to ask questions. So if you're ready to ask questions, go ahead and put your hands up, your virtual hands, and we'll go ahead and get your questions. Okay, Alfreda, I'm going to jump right down because your hand was mistakenly dropped. So please go ahead and unmute and put on your video, and we'll go ahead and get started with you, okay?
Okay.
Yeah,
It's slow to open my video.
Go
But
ahead.
I was just trying to, the presentation was kind of fast, so I was just trying to follow along, but I think I found it. I'm trying to put the code that I got into the somewhere, the next thing. So this is the first time I'm seeing really the presentation.
Okay, so what product are you talking about?
the pie. I did
Okay.
the free part. And when he went, I found where he got the coupon code. I found that,
Okay.
and then I just followed along. And
Okay.
now I'm at the app.py.xyz,
Okay.
and that's where I'm at now. So,
All right. So are
I
you
was-
trying to go ahead and put the coupon code there?
yeah, but it's like, can you do just the pie by itself, or do you have to join that whole list of things?
List of things. We need the financial
But-
freedom package.
Yeah.
Okay. Trashi, please go ahead and take that.
So
She
I'm
wants to
sorry.
know whether okay.
Yes.
She wants to know whether you have to buy the financial freedom package, or can you just go ahead and buy the pie by itself, the pie license by itself.
So financial freedom pack has its own advantage that the node is exclusively available only on that pack. So if you have interest in nodes, let me just stop sharing. So you can opt for financial freedom pack, and of course you can straight away, if you're already have miners and you already want to just buy the pie, you can directly buy pie subscription from the platform.
So she doesn't. So she can buy the pie separate or
Yes,
separately, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
If she doesn't want to buy other stuff, so she can directly buy it from the pie subscription segment.
Would
And
it be
then-
just starting with $100 or what?
So $100 is the free trading pass. It is available for everybody who may or may not have an activated WAAS account. It doesn't matter. It's a free trading pass. Anybody can get that and get to test the live platform of Pi. But if you want to do the sales, if you want to claim affiliate commissions, so for that, of course, you will need to have an active 5x income wallet, and for that you need to purchase.
And now,
And
Trashi,
with the free trading pass, you can only put $10 to maximum $100 as your AUM. If you would like to invest more than $100, then of course you will have to subscribe.
the AUM is the assets under management.
Yes,
the
that
amount
is the fund that you allocate to trade with.
And can she go ahead and redeem that coupon code at this time?
No one can, because the redemption of coupons is not yet activated, but everybody can do the KYC part on Pi, as well as everybody can generate coupons on WAAS back office. Once the coupons redemption is available, it will be announced, and then they can use the generated coupons on the KYC accounts of Pi.
Thank you so much for that conversation and your question, Alfreda. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Downtown, please unmute and ask your question.
Just chime in here a little bit.
Okay.
I've been noticing a lot of people have only been hearing part of all the story about Pi. If everyone just listen carefully, because a lot of people are misunderstanding. People thinking they've got to pay $100 for that free subscription. You've got to separate Pi and WAAS in your mind, and you've got to realize that the subscription is just the license. You still got to put money into the Pi platform for the HFT to trade with, right? There's no transfer of funds between the two. Keep that in mind as well. Also, if you're talking to people, you've got to understand the mathematics. The trader will be sharing the profit with you. So I've seen somebody spouting the virtues of how much you're going to make, or implying you're going to make, by giving an example of compounding against the full amount and compounding daily. You can't compound daily if you've only got a small contribution to the HFT, the high frequency trading algorithm. There's a minimum deposit of $10 for a start. Now, we don't know yet if the platform Pi will stop you putting in $5 or you'll just lose your $5. But you can't compound less than $10 of earnings, because that's the limit, minimum $10 deposit. Okay, so firstly, you could lose that money, in which case at the end of the period of what you're doing your presentation on, you'll have exactly the same balance, because there was no compounding occurring. You were losing it. The other thing is, when you do work out what sort of returns you're going to get, make sure you factor in the money that's going to the HFT. So if you're talking to people, make sure you're clear on those points as well. As I've been saying for a couple of weeks now, reset your expectations of what you're going to get from Pi. Don't base them on Boomerang, and make sure you clear with the mathematics of how this is going to work. That's all.
Oh, Carl, am I understanding what you just said? Is that one, there is the free trading one. That means free in that you don't buy a license. But
Correct.
when it comes to putting and providing assets to be managed, the assets under management, the minimum is $10 and the maximum is $100 that you can go ahead and place. Now, let me ask you this. Are you going to place that directly on the Pi application? Is that where
Yes.
you go ahead and deposit your assets to be managed? It's in that Pi application.
Yes.
Yes?
Yes.
Excellent. Excellent. So what you want to be very, very clear about is that there is a license that you buy in WAAS to get access to the Pi application. It's a decentralized application, right? And then that's where you go and deposit your assets to be managed and traded.
Yes.
Okay, very good. Very good. And then it was a little bit as far as the compounding. Are you saying that if somebody puts in $10, they might not be compounded to where they'll get a lot of money after the trade is done? You know, there's a 50% split, and then could you enlighten a little bit about that, Trashy or Carl?
Okay, Trashy, you can do it.
So, as such, we are not sure what is the limit for compounding. We will have to wait for actual platform to to go live with the coupon redemption, and the compounding is in a way possible only when the traders make profit. I have an Excel sheet. We will share that Excel sheet here. I will explain how this entire thing is organized, how the traders take their share, when do we get profits, everything. We will take this in a short while at the end of the questions.
Oh, okay. I was saying, yeah, you're going to give us a preview of masterclass trading. Downtown, you've been waiting. Thank you. Go ahead and unmute yourself and ask your question.
Yes, thank you for allowing me to ask my question. All right, so I'm just trying to complete and close the loop that we've been trying to address. We started to address this on March 9th. So with the Trashit, the POR, they were 18 accounts that I had usernames, and I submitted the information. 12 of them they have correct. That's all complete and ready to go. 6 of them, the balances that they calculated were incorrect. Like, for example, one username, they had 26K where it should be 55K. What I think happened was they didn't tally all the pages. So I went ahead and did screenshots on all the.
Aumenta tus ingresos e impulsa tu crecimiento con Google Ads. Llega a clientes de gran valor en toda la red de Google. Búsqueda, shopping, YouTube y más. Empieza hoy.
All the information was on March 14th that I got from them, stating, oh, they'll I guess review what I submitted. So like I said, there's just 6 accounts that we need to close this loop, and then we can just complete this. So that's where we're at. I just want to be just give you clarity what I've done and where what we're up to. So it's just 6 accounts that they just need to get straight out of the 18 and 12 they have perfect.
And who was that to, Downtown? I forget.
Oh, to Treasure. Yeah,
Treasure,
and he has access. I submitted this to.
I'm quite aware of your situation, and I believe if the tech have resolved 12 accounts, so there are slight chances that they would have mistaken for the remaining accounts as well. So as per their calculation, it should have been correct, but of course we can review it. Let me connect to you after this call and let's see.
Okay, because I submitted the screenshots showing and demonstrating the correct amount, and that's why on those 6 it is incorrect. So yeah, so what should we do? You said you're going to reach out to me, or
yes, I'll reach out to you, and
Until-
I believe if they have corrected or 12 accounts, so I don't think so they would have still mistaken with the remaining accounts. Let us see.
Yeah, I mean, I've submitted the documentation showing that the balance that they have is incorrect. I just think that they didn't tally up all the pages because, some accounts are larger and there are several pages. So that's where the error was. Their number in the total amount is incorrect when you add up all the pages, and I submitted the screenshots. And it's just on the 6th.
Okay. So downtown, the solution right here, Trashi says you guys are going to get together afterwards. Any other? Yeah. So any other question at this time?
So you'll reach out to me on Telegram or
Yes.
your phone number?
Yes.
What?
I'll reach out to you on Telegram.
Thank you, downtown. All righty. So Tracy Blake, how are you? Please go ahead and unmute and ask your question.
Okay, thank you, Grace. Good afternoon, everyone. All right, so quick question. I went ahead, I wanted to purchase the license for the PY, the Pi. However, I'm seeing that it's on a CFI wallet. Is that USDT Polygon that we need to use on the Polygon blockchain?
Yes, that is correct. Either USDT TRC20 or USDC Polygon.
Okay, because I thought we could have used the refund we had gotten back from Boomerang BTC20. In that case, how soon will the P2P platform be ready that we can do the exchanges?
With the live updates going on the BTCC BTC20 smart chain, it should take at least maybe 1.5 or maybe a couple of months. By that time, the updates will be done on BTC20 smart chain. So that is what we believe can be an ETF or P2P network.
Oh, so we have quite a bit of wait. Okay, all right, thank you. All right.
Eduardo, you are next, but uno momento, so I can find translator. Uno momento, okay? Eduardo, okay? Okay, gracias. Dia, please go ahead and show your video and unmute. Go ahead and ask your question, Dia.
So I want to ask about material refund as well, Trashi. Carl been helping me, but we sent an email back over a month ago. We haven't got any response. Do you have any way to fast track that?
I'm sorry, I did not get that clearly.
My
Dia.
POR, the World Horizon return, the refund, I haven't got all my money back. Carl helped me to submit the email, but we haven't got a response for a long time.
Right, Carl?
Yeah, that's still with tech, with our contact in the tech department. I've got an update that they're still working on it. That's all I've got so far.
That's what I have.
Yeah. Thank you, Dia. Uno momento, Eduardo. Pardonme. Gracias, señor. Unmute Alexander and ask your question, please.
Can you hear me?
We can hear you. Please go ahead and ask your question.
Well, my question relates to PY.
Yeah.
Frankly speaking, I lose my ground to convince people to buy this project because the token is about confidence and trust. We know that for 2 months and above, people were waiting for Boomerang 2.0, as it was promised by Chavez. But initially, if my memory serves, it was in September of last year when he said that it's not that the positive result may be or it may not be. So he was not obliged to give us the positive outcome. But when he presented a couple of weeks ago, when he presented the product, it was presented as an ancestor of the Boomerang. But in reality, it appeared it has nothing to do in common with Boomerang. So it's not so. It's a thing that undermines the confidence to all the products of the team. So the question is, why? I can't comprehend why it was done, but the reality is the people are afraid not to be refunded once more, as it was done as the WAAS platform with Boomerang 1.0. Who is a custodian of the assets one can put in PY platform? I'm not. Who is a custodian, and money cannot be converted to some form of BTC20, USDT20, USDT BTC20 or BTCCs.
Okay, so what is your question, like in one sentence?
My sentence is, who is a custodian of the assets people put on PY platform?
On the PY platform,
No.
who would be the custodian? Tashi? You're muted, Tashi.
So, Alexander, this is an interesting question, and I would request the other panelists also to give their point of view so that it is clear to everybody. First of all, about Pi. As we know that we are endorsed by Binance and Bybit and lots of other brand names that you can see in the scroller on the Pi website. So first of all, it's a centralized exchanges that we have collaborated with, and Chavez took three calls, exclusive calls, where he explained everything, right from Boomerang's toxic relationship to the new way of, then he explained why the other platforms have failed and what actually goes into the market and how everything, what we are doing is different. And the third, where he explained Pi, he clearly showed the technical aspects of this platform. We are an official broker account. We are officially having an account by which we can legally, with due compliance, we can take funds and we can put or allocate these funds to services. For the first time ever in the affiliate marketing industry, we are having a product or a platform that can actually give you daily rewards back to being absolutely legally compliant. Chavez has mentioned many times this thing. Being legally compliant is very crucial. And for the first time, we are having this, we are witnessing this in an affiliate marketing model. And if that cannot build your trust, then I think it's very difficult for you or your team to get anything better than this. About his previous dictation of the platform or the Boomerang 2.0, he clearly, right from the first day, we remember when he had provided the first information of Boomerang 2.0, when he had on the call just had a couple of sentences that Boomerang 2.0 is coming. But he clearly mentioned on that call that it is never ever going to be anything similar to Boomerang, the original project. Right from the day one, his narration hasn't changed. Neither of the leaders have ever mentioned that it's going to be a copy. Even on some live Q&A calls, we took questions on Boomerang 2.0 and we have answered that it is not going to be anything similar to the previous project. It is going to be absolutely different. So you telling that Chavez narration, and it is not credible. I could not rely with that. He has never ever mentioned that it's going to be a legacy to the first project. He never ever mentioned. It was right from the day first, it was going to be an absolutely different platform, a project or a product. Over to you, Joe. Anything else that you would like to contribute?
Absolutely.
And this question is very, very important for everybody. So for that reason, it's very important to have different perspectives of this question.
Yeah, absolutely. I'll start by repeating what I said. I don't know, last week, I think. Boomerang is dead. Long live protocol yield. Boomerang is now gone. Okay, as Treasure has said, it has never been suggested that what's coming next will be the same as Boomerang. But I do think that you can say that protocol yield is an ancestor. I'm an ancestor to an ape somewhere in the past evolutionary world, but I don't look the same. It is through the failure of Boomerang that the process of protocol yield grew. Understanding why Boomerang didn't work, why they couldn't resolve all of the issues that led to the research that Chavez and his team did that enabled them to understand how to move forward and how they can develop something new and something better and something stronger. And, this isn't an attack on you, Alexander. You're absolutely right to be asking the question because you want clarity. So I believe that protocol yield is an ancestor not an ancestor, a descendant of Boomerang, because it is through Boomerang's failure that Chavez was able to understand how to create something new. In direct answer to your question, when you create an account and deposit in Protocol Yield, a wallet is created within Binance or Bybit, and you have control of that wallet. Only you have control of that wallet, so that you have withdrawal rights and you have deposit rights. Okay, so that answers your question directly. With regards to trust, everybody has to set their own boundary on what they consider is trustworthy. Chavez has been with us now for 2 years more, and I think he has done more than enough to demonstrate his commitment to this community. He has had at least 3 opportunities where he could have vanished, where he could have disappeared into the fog and never been seen again. When we first got let down right at the very beginning, Chavez could have gone and we would have known nothing, and we would have seen nothing and had nothing. He chose to stay. With the proof of reserve.
I'm a supporter.
Yes. This is a narrative. As I say, Alexander, this isn't an attack, but this is a narrative that you can perhaps use to help your team understand.
Thank you.
The proof of reserve. He could have taken that and he could have blamed it on someone else. And yet he chose to put those funds into a bank and give us the interest for 8 months, 9 months. He could have put it in the bank and kept it for himself. We would have never have known. When Boomerang failed, he could have chosen, because look, we're 100,000 people. We're a big headache. Asking questions. Is it ready? Is it ready? Is it ready? When's it going to be ready? We're just a big headache. But he chose to stay. He chose to come to Zoom, sit in front of the entire community while we're all waiting. And he chose to come to the community and say, look, I couldn't do it. We're going to have to take it offline. Imagine how he felt as a developer, as an expert in AI, how he felt as a failure in front of everybody. The emotion that he must have gone through in making that decision, knowing that there are so many people that were waiting. It must have been incredibly difficult. So for me, he has done more than enough to demonstrate his commitment to this community, to the development of the products that we have. Had this have been any other platform, there would have not been a refund. There would have not even been a platform. And people may criticize that the refund came as USDT BTC20. But that's a refund that would have never, ever came from any other platform.
Excellent.
So, and I would also just remind, it's okay, I can see Grace is just itching for me to shut up. But I would also remind everybody that remember, all of the money that was generated through the revenue of the sales was spent on affiliate rewards and marketing and product development. And that product had to be developed 3 times. So all that money was spent. So Chavez had to refund in a way that would be sustainable for the entire company to protect the entire community. So I would ask that everybody keeps all of that information in mind and understand that every decision that Chavez makes isn't just for himself. It's for the company and for every single community member that we have here. Okay, now I'll stop.
Joe, thank you very much, Joe. Carl, there was a way that you explained the relationship between the funds that were refunded and the funding of Protocol Yield. That was very, very clear, and I think gave such great enlightenment to the difference and why it cannot be used. Could you go ahead and add whatever else that you were going to add?
Okay, well, first thing, just on what Joe said, I faced the same dilemma Chavez did in a major upgrade project that I project managed. And it went to management like 4 o'clock Friday afternoon after the first week that we implemented this project upgrade. And I know the stress that he would have been facing, because if management said, no, back it out, it's not stable enough. Fortunately, they deemed it just stable enough, and I didn't have to face that same dilemma of backing out that Chavez had to. But I know that feeling of it's just so close. Leave it in. But he chose not to leave it in. And it was a big decision. And yes, with your beard, Joe, I would say there is a relationship to monkeys and apes, but you corrected yourself and said descendant, not ancestor.
Yeah.
But Alexander, watch Chavez's presentation yesterday. He explains the technical and the legal relationships between Merida, we're going to have to learn how to pronounce that, the company that holds the license, and the Binance trading program. Okay, they are separate. Binance isn't the trader; they're just the platform. So have a look at that, and 2 or 3 times if you have to, and get the understanding of the relationship between all of the components there, and that's where you'll find your answer, basically. As for what Grace just asked, again, you're buying a license to access Pi on WAAS. You are depositing money into a wallet, goes onto Binance, that the traders can access, and again, go and watch Chavez's presentations. They access it to trade. That's all they can do. Right? They can't withdraw it. They can't transfer it anywhere else. All they can do is use it to trade. Yes, they could make a loss, but we're protected by the high watermark concept. Again, watch his presentations where you can see where he explains that when they exceed the high watermark, they earn, and then we pay them out of those profits a share. Right? So all of this financial is quite protected, and there is no financial transfer from WAAS to Pi or back again. It all stays in Pi. It doesn't go anywhere near BTC20. It stays where it is put by you until you take it back out again.
You're muted.
Right. And now, Alexander, I think that your concerns have been well addressed. Did you have any other concerns? I believe your question has been answered. Alexander? Go ahead. Oh, go ahead and unmute yourself. And I want to thank you ahead of. Go ahead. Oops, sorry, I muted you. Let me unmute. Let me do the unmuting, please. Alexander, where did you go?
Thank you a lot for Rashid, for Shiba Joe, for Kara, for everyone. You clarified the question as it can be.
Alexander, thank you for the conversation. It was a training and understanding, a clarification that was needed, very aptly observed by Rashid. This is a conversation that needed to be had, and I appreciate your courage and to be able to bring that to light in such a way that we were able to address it. So thank you. Is there anyone who speaks Spanish and English? It's sufficient to be able to translate? Please raise your hand. Johnny, I was asking you, Johnny Salcedo? Hablar, Johnny Salcedo? Okay, no one? All righty. I am going
Looks like
to...
Mimi's putting her hand up, Grace.
Mimi, you go ahead. You speak hablar español? Is that a nod head? Hablar español? Very good. Please unmute, Mimi. Very good. Very good. Eduardo, go ahead. So I'm going to use you as a translator here, Mimi, if you're around. Thank you very much. Eduardo?
Welcome.
Okay.
Please, pregunte.
Es que la semana pasada le hice una pregunta a Car, le mandé mensaje por Telegram sobre la falta de pago que hay en el...
Espera un momento.
Okay.
He said that last week he asked a question about the delay payment. ¿Sí?
Late payment?
Del rango de Chiva, que hay un faltante del 30%.
From Shiba, from 30%. He asked about this last week.
Se lo mandé por Telegram a Car, pero yo nomás lo que quiero saber es...
¿A quién tú mandaste eso el Telegram?
Y me va a responder por Telegram o voy a recibir algo de...
Pero tú mandaste a Telegram, tú dices, ¿por quién tú mandaste eso?
A Carl. La semana pasada.
Last week he sent Telegram to Carl, but he didn't say nothing about that. It's about the
Yeah,
30% payment from Shiba.
Thank
yes,
you.
I know. Just tell him I've still got it on my books to get a solution. There is a couple of people that need this. I'm waiting on having a Zoom with Lucky to address all of the Ascension Club payments of that 30%. Just
Okay,
tell him that.
that'll translate.
Um,
Sí, ya lo leí, ya lo leí. Mimi, nomás pregúntale para no molestar, para cuándo vuelvo a preguntarle.
okay. He just want to know how he can ask again, because he don't want to keep asking like it's a problem. He want to know when he can ask again. He understand what Carl did say.
How is he
Just
going
wait
to
till we-
follow up with you, Carl?
Yeah, he can keep asking on Telegram. I'll keep giving him updates.
Okay. Tú puedes preguntar en
Ok.
Telegram y él puede seguir contestar.
Ok, muy bien. Thank you. Gracias. Gracias, Mimi.
Gracias, de nada.
Thank you, Eduardo. Okay, Carol. Carol. Go ahead and unmute, please.
Hi.
The funny anecdote. That's what
muted
a funny anecdote, just to break up the tension. When I went to high school, first time, I had a Scottish teacher teaching maths calling my name out, and her accent was so strong, she kept calling Carol. So you just reminded me by calling Carol Carl.
Carol, go ahead and ask your question.
Okay, thank you all. Good afternoon, everyone. Trashit, the other day you had mentioned about something I need to do with my video to clear that dock. I don't know what to do. that's
Carol,
by
there
the
is
way.
you might be using your laptop's webcam, so there is a slider to cover your webcam. You can
Okay.
move it towards left or right.
Okay, move slider. Okay, I'll try to do that. Thank you. Now, my question, Grace, is as you explained the free package for Pi for the $10 or between $10 and $100. You explained that well, and thank God for Dennis also. He went through that also. Very helpful. Now, my question is, after the 30 days, when anyone decides to continue and they buy the subscription for 500, okay, what will be the AUM? And I'm thinking the AUM, I'm thinking it's right. It's the amount that the traders use to trade. Am I correct?
Rashid?
Yes, it is correct.
Okay, so how much would you be expected?
It is the amount that you deposit on the platform for traders to access and trade on it on your behalf.
But I'm saying after you buy the what do you call it? After you pay the 500 to buy the subscription, you have to come up with more money for the traders to trade on. Is that correct?
Yes. Any amount between $10 to $2,500.
Oh, okay. That's the range.
Yes.
Okay, and it depending on how much you put in, that will determine what percentage of profit you're gonna share with the trader. Correct?
No, it depends on your subscription. So if you go with the first license, that is a $500. The minimum that you share with as a success fee with the trader is 50%. As you move on to the next license, you upgrade to next license by only paying the additional fund required.
Yeah.
Yeah, different.
Okay.
Right. So
okay.
Now your success fee will be 45% that you will be sharing with the trader. You will keep 55% of the profit.
Yeah, the only area I had was shady about is after the 500, but you made it clear you can put in between 10 and 2,500. I got that. Okay, thank you very much. Clear.
Thank you, Carol. Jayanti? Ms. McKay?
When we started the lecture from Tablet, I was wondering initially why it's being called.
Can you turn up your volume a little bit more, madam?
Can you hear me now?
Oh, beautifully.
Because it had nothing to do with arbitrage at that time, right? So on the second lecture that he gave, on the four lectures.
Could you raise your hand again, please? Somehow it got lowered so that you can be on top.
Okay.
Oh, there you are. Please go ahead.
Okay. So he very clearly said boomerang is dead.
Yes.
The moment he said that, it became something else, right? So boomerang was known to this batch of people. Even now, maybe all the new people don't know what boomerang was. It was a year ago. Correct? So maybe we should stop talking about boomerang a lot. Slowly. New people that we're going to go to, why bother tell them about boomerang? We needed to know, but they don't need to know. Am I correct?
Absolutely.
Just a recommendation, suggestion. Why rake up something old?
Absolutely, Jay. It's time for everybody to move on.
Thank you so much. You're saying that boomerang is dead. There are certain people who remember boomerang, but that was a year ago. And so we just
20 people a boomerang.
right. Viva la la. Okay. So we just need to stop talking about boomerang because we have a new product and it should have been that way. So we have a new product. It's protocol yield. Has nothing to do with boomerang.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you for that comment. Did you have a question, Ma?
No. Do it also like
Okay. If you have another question, please go ahead and raise your hand. Okay. So you pop up to the top.
For me? No.
Yes. Did you have? Okay.
No.
Wonderful. Thank you for that comment. Sayad, could you please go ahead and put on your video? Sayad? Okay, while we're waiting for you to get that together, Sayad, let me take Zigga Firefly. I think that's the Firefly.
Yeah, that's me. I'm unfortunately in the job, so I'm moving all around, and it's a little bit difficult for me. But yeah, my mentor sent me on Telegram the link, this DYQ for the questions and answers. I apply there and I get answered to come here. So in November, it happened. My son deleted from my phone around almost 200 gigabytes. And one of the application was two-factor authentication. When I was doing, I didn't make the backup yet when I was adding WAAS. So I was trying to find out the way how to communicate because I cannot come even in the account. I tried to send emails and I think it was in February or end of the February or in March. I don't know exactly the date. Mentor tell me also for the refund of boomerang. It's already come back and that we need to claim it or something. I was not able to do it because I don't have access. So I will appreciate if we find a way how to make things works again.
Zigga, how old is your son?
He will be 11.
Oh, okay. He's big enough to spank.
Yeah. I give him as a reward to play on my phone, but was full. And he deleted all my podcasts. It was 180 gigabytes. I kindly recover, but then I find out some small applications was deleted also, and it's very pain. I restore some stuff, but some sorry.
Yeah, he was trying to go ahead and help Dad out. So the question is he's locked out of his WAAS account because his two-factor authentication was wiped out from the phone. Who's gonna take that one on, Carl? Or
I can take this. And the simple solution is you provide us your WAAS user account. Then you provide us the email address on that WAAS user account. We will provide it to tech. They will verify if the email and the user ID is correct. Then they will disable the two-factor authenticator.
So I will provide this additional information?
Right now, if you can drop it in the Zoom chat, personally DM it, please.
Okay.
To either any of the panelists, me, Carl, or Shiba Joe. Or I have shared the Telegram address with you. You can drop in at the Telegram link as well.
I will share with Shiba.
Yes, no problem. Just drop your WAAS user ID and the email address that is registered on that.
Thank you, Zigga.
Okay.
Okay, you know how to direct message, right?
That's all for me for today. I'm okay.
Thank you.
Hang on, sorry, Grace. You've only provided the email address. Can you also send me the username?
Yeah, I'm writing down two options because I'm not using long time, so I give you it's Firefly also there. Just
No problem.
okay. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Okay. It's Habib. Go ahead and unmute, please.
Do you hear me?
Yes, we do.
Okay. My question is, I do have an account, old account, and I have BTCC and others in my MetaMask. If I wanted to buy the Pi, how do I can make it from my MetaMask account? Is there any possibility?
What do you want to go ahead and buy? You want to buy the Pi, the license?
Yes.
Okay, you go to the WAAS back office, right? Shiba Joe, you go to the WAAS back office to buy the Pi?
I'm sorry, say that again. I was just typing, sorry.
Okay. You want to go ahead and buy the Pi license, correct?
Yes, from my MetaMask account.
Okay.
The deposit. Okay, so do you mean buy it in the WAS back office, or do you mean buy it directly on Pi? Deposit funds for trading in Pi.
No, I have all the account. So can I able to buy from my old account this Pi?
You can buy Pi in any of your accounts, any account that you own. You can only do one KYC. So you must make sure that the email address is the same on your WAS account as your KYC. Well, that will make it a simpler process. But you can buy Pi in any of your WAS accounts. And you can use either USDT TRC20 or USDC Polygon to be able to buy Pi in the WAS back office. But to deposit in Pi for trading, you'll need to use the BEP20 network.
So the BTCC, my MetaMask account.
Are you asking? All right, so Habteb, are you asking then, can you use your USDT BTC20? Is that what you're asking?
Yes.
Okay, that's a simpler answer. No. You can't.
So I have to use
only USDT TRC20 or USDC Polygon.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, Hefty. Agnes, please go ahead and unmute and ask your question.
Hi, everyone. Thanks very much.
How are you?
Okay, thank you. I'm back again.
Good.
Yeah, my question is about my pool. I did deposit RAP BTC in the pool with BTCC, but right now it's not there. I've been looking for it. I can't see it. I don't know why.
Carl?
Okay, Agnes.
Yes.
I think that was conveyed to me. No, that's from Carl. Oh, it looks like Carlos or something. There was something about that posted. All right. You mean you put it in the swap pool as a liquidity provider?
I put it in the pool.
Swapped it. You swapped
I didn't swap it. I put it in the pool.
Yeah, right, as a liquidity provider.
Right.
Okay. If you've cleared your cache or something, it won't find it because it won't be able to identify the addresses for those tokens, and it'll just sit there saying no liquidity. So make sure you've got an active list of tokens in the swap pool and the swap section and the pool section. And if that's not there, make sure you select our BTC 20 list. We don't use the old mechanism of identifying the list of tokens, or you can manually add the tokens back in, temporarily at least, so that you can see your actual contribution to the swap pool. That's I've had that happen to me, and I've had people have it happen to them that have been providing liquidity.
Is there a way you can help me do that?
Yeah, are you able to come to the US prime time
Tonight?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll be there.
Okay, we can maybe do a quick breakout room and go through that with you.
Thank you very much. I appreciate that. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Agnes, lovely to see you. Thank you.
Thank you, dear. Thank you. And thank you for your hard work tirelessly.
Thanks, darling. Ayan, go ahead and ask your question. Focus question.
Hello, everyone. My question regards KYC. With Liquid Pay, it was said that if your KYC failed, you'd have to delete the app and all these issues. With Pi in the WAAS platform, let's say for some reason your KYC fails, right? Would you then have to set up another email and go through all of that? I mean, this is not how most KYC works. Most KYC, you know, if it fails, you just resubmit. If there's, say, there's poor lighting on your photo ID or something, or your selfie or your biometric scanning doesn't go through well, you just redo it, and it, you know, and you can get your KYC approved. So that's a little bit concerning to me that, you know, you get one shot, otherwise you got to get a new number or you got to get a different email or whatever. So I don't know if one of you guys could speak to that a little bit or bring this issue up with Chavez.
Tracy?
You're muted.
You're muted.
I'm sorry. So KYC is obviously done by the third party. We got nothing to do with that as a corporate or as a company. Obviously, we have taken this issue to Chavez as well. As far as the solutions are concerned, a quick solution is on Pi to have a different email address, use the same document, or a different email address and a different document. It's as a quick solution. Of course, things can be resolved if we try to pertain it, but it's a third party.
Yeah, I get that it's a third party. Most of them are.
Yes. And
But
on Liquid Pay, SumSub is the KYC provider, and it is one of the most recognized KYC provider. In most of all the digital platforms, you will find SumSub. So I believe if there is something on the SumSub's end that we cannot help with, or anybody.
no, because, you know, the same company, I mean, yeah, I'm in the US, so, you know, I KYC for a lot of different things, wallets, exchanges, whatever, and don't have that hurdle. So maybe that's something that could be talked to with the KYC provider, because that's not usual. I'll just give you a situation that I just encountered with Pi, right? A little bit of history. So pre 9/11 in the United States, right? You could have a PO box on your driver's license, which I've had for years. If you live in a rural district, you can have an RFD box. Post 9/11, you know, and more recently in crypto now, they're requiring a physical address, right? So when I did the initial KYC on Pi, because my driver's license has a PO box, I used my passport with my email. I guess I could do it. I mean, it gets even more complicated than that. But
yeah, and we have people waiting.
Well, of course we do, because, you know, that's Q&A. You know, this is something that is not just a problem for me, but anyone KYCing, because you're dealing with institutions that, you know, not everyone is going to be successful necessarily the first time they KYC. So it's going to create more problems and backlogs and headaches. So anyway, you know, just something to bring up. That's not the way KYC, in my experience, functions here. You know, in the US, this is more of an outlier. So maybe the company needs to look at that, you know, the third-party KYC provider.
Thank you for bringing that up, Ian. I'm sure, Tracy, we could probably talk to Chavez and see if Chavez can talk to that third-party company and see how that works. Okay.
Yeah, when Grace mentioned that we are waiting, she did not mean that we are waiting on the Zoom. She meant that the US people are waiting for KYC compliance. You mistook it. Anyways, about US, so US obviously it has to be KYC compliant. It requires some licensing, and because of which, as the licenses have delayed because of that, the US will take some time for Liquid Pay as well as on Pi. Even for Pi, we have some KYC issues.
So that's not been real clear to me. From what Chavez said yesterday, you know, the free trial is open. Anyone now can go and do KYC. Right now, I had done it before, because last week that was what was said, is you could go in case of KYC. So I went ahead and did it. It got approved, right?
So what KYC is approved. Is it so? Yeah.
Right, but I have a problem now when I go to do KYC later in on the WAAS platform, right? I will encounter problems.
Nobody needs to do any KYC on the WAAS platform.
If you're going to buy a subscription,
No.
right, for
No. KYC on WAAS is not required.
okay, so as long as you have the KYC in on Pi, you're fine.
The
That's
KYC
the
is on
only
the
place.
platform, not on WAAS.
Right, on Pi, yes.
Yes,
Okay, all right.
not on WAAS.
Okay. But Pi is open to US if you can click on the free trial, right? And you can do your KYC and get it approved in the US, correct?
Yes.
I think
Yes, that's what I thought I heard Chavez say yesterday. It's just Liquid Pay that we have a 4-week wait for. Correct. Okay. All right, clarity. Thank you.
Thank you, Ian. Jayanti, your question, please.
I'm going to come on 3 times so that you practice my name, right?
I think I got it right now, because if I didn't have it right, I'm going to have to talk to Shashi.
That's why I said I'll give you practice.
I'm just going to call you Victorious.
Okay. Victorine, no Victoria. Okay. All right, guys. The reason I've forgotten about what I wanted to ask instead of other questions, very simple. There is a Pi network. Everybody is aware of it. I've been mining Pies for a long time, and it's about to be go on the whatever.
Jayanti,
Right?
that is a different platform. It has got nothing to do with
I
us.
understand. I just told somebody that I have a Pi yield trading thing that they just released, and they started saying it's not released. They've been postponing, and nothing is happening. Actually, which Pi are you talking about? So just be careful, people who don't know about the other Pi. Maybe we have to say it as protocol yield. I don't know.
Okay.
You guys are the best judges.
Okay. Thank you for that, Jayanti. Okay, guys. I believe all the questions have been answered. And
Can I ask a question?
Not quite all questions.
Yeah, I have a question. Something that occurred to me earlier this week regarding Liquid Pay, and I wonder if maybe both of you can answer this. Since when you activate Liquid Pay, you have to put in your phone number and your email address, and these details cannot be changed. Therefore, would it be a good idea for everybody to get their puck number so that should their phone be stolen or lost, that they can transfer their phone number onto the new mobile phone in order to access their Liquid Pay?
What is a puck number?
It's when you I don't know if this happens in the US, but in the UK, if you buy a new mobile phone, you can transfer your mobile number from your old device onto your new device. So you can keep your phone number forever. No matter what device you have, it's possible to carry your phone number with you to every single mobile device that you have. And that requires you giving the company the puck number. So it is a identity number within the phone, or within the SIM card for that number. But knowing that Liquid Pay, you cannot change your phone number and you cannot change your email address, it occurs to me that if somebody loses their mobile phone or has their mobile phone stolen, there's no way for them to access Liquid Pay. So is it a good idea for everybody to retrieve their puck code and save that so that they can transfer their mobile number onto a new device?
Have those issues in India, Trashit? A puck number?
I am not aware of, but over here it's very easy to get a new SIM card.
Yes, but not with the same phone number, is it? If you buy a new SIM card, it comes with a different phone number.
No, we can purchase a new SIM card with the same number.
Same phone number.
Yes.
Okay.
Otherwise, how it would be possible? Everybody will keep on changing numbers.
Yes, that's true.
Carl?
And in Australia, it's somewhat automatic. If you buy a contract on a different provider and they give you the SIM, you can have that phone number transferred, and it's all basically in some central database.
In
so
this country,
it might be, it might be unique to UK.
Okay, because in this country, in the UK, you have to provide your puck number to transfer the phone number across to a different device. Each mobile phone is locked to a network, and you have to either pay somebody to unlock it with a special code that they get somewhere online, or you have to provide the provider with the puck number, the puck code, in order to do so. Maybe it's just a UK thing.
Yeah, it used to be. We used to be network locked as well, but people objected under basically freedom. Okay, not freedom of information, but it was restrictive trade. So under our trade laws, they had to release all networks, and you can move freely now.
Joe, is your point to sort of alert everybody to have a plan in case they lose their phone?
Well, that would, yes, that was my
some kind of
plan.
backup. Yeah.
Yeah, that was my plan, because obviously I don't know the circumstances in every different country. I only know in the UK, which is why I raised it. So yes, because remember, you cannot change your email address or phone number within Liquid Pay. So if your phone is stolen or lost, then you're going to need a plan on how you're going to download Liquid Pay and access your account on your new device according to your country's regulations and, whatever that is. So it's worth thinking about.
Definitely. Folks need to go ahead and have a backup plan for that. Are there any other questions? We have run quite a gamut here. The questions and the comments have been excellent. Great conversation. If there are no questions, then tomorrow.
Grace. Yes, there is in chat. If we purchase Financial Freedom Pack, will the affiliate rewards be in our 3x tree DeFi or our 5x tree CeFi? Wondering where to place your purchase. The answer to that is both. The Financial Freedom Pack is a basket of products. Okay? Each item is taken out and placed in the right subscription for you. It's just a quick and easy way of purchasing a basket of products, but they all apply to their individual subscription regime, which is why the 60-40 rule only applies to that part of the DeFi that's in the basket, not to the whole basket. Okay? So it's just a shortcut method of purchasing a whole bunch of stuff. So they apply where they apply. That was all on that one. And Carlos, I'm still waiting for you to pass that question. You just made a comment, wrap BTC, convert to BTC. I don't know what the actual context of that is. I can guess, but I'm not going to guess. If you've got a direct question, ask it or put it in the chat so I know what you're on about.
Okay. Any other chat questions?
Yes.
Was that direct to you, Carl?
Yeah.
Okay. Sheba, do you have any direct chat questions?
No.
And Trashik? Okay. Dr. Lucy, how are you? Please go ahead and unmute.
I'm very, very well. It's just a quick addition to what Shiba Joe was just saying. Shiba Joe, you're quite right. Here in the United States, you cannot transfer numbers unless you have that POC code. That happened to me about 3 weeks ago when I had one SIM card and I wanted the on a new phone the same number to continue. I was told no can do unless I bring that SIM card in. So you're quite right, Shiba Joe.
Okay, good to know. Good to know. So just for everybody's information, have a plan on what you're going to do in case you lose your phone or it gets stolen.
Ladies and gentlemen, listen, this has been a great Q&A session. Thank you all so much for your questions, whether they have been directed to the panel here or you have asked them, and also great comments and sharing. So Friday is tomorrow, and please tune in early because Chavez will be here to continue his training on everything, all the exciting products, and probably a concentration on Pi. Then we will have Saturday with Eunice and WAAS back office, and as well as masterclass training. Now, there is a DYQ question form, so please fill that out if you have any more questions. As you see, they get answered and you get the results. It helps us to be able to accumulate the questions and have like a frequent asked questions list. And then also an evaluation form, very, very important for you to be able to go ahead and provide evaluation and comments such as the issue that Ian brought up that would be a good evaluate thing to also put on the evaluation form. Even though you've asked it here, please make that suggestion on that evaluation form as well to have your voice heard. And then lastly, Trashit.
Yes, Grace, the last comments would be for US, it will take some time, even on Pi, approximately 4 weeks. As you can see on the Pi, if you go through the legal disclaimers, it will take some time. It is clearly mentioned there. If you're able to go through the KYC, it's okay, but trading on the platform, it will take some time. And for this weekend's masterclass, it's going to be Pi exclusively covered. So please make sure that you join the call. That's it. Thank you, Grace.
Fantastic. Thank you. I had a feeling it might be, but thank you for. So, ladies and gentlemen, whatever you want to know about pie, and if you want your slice of pie, okay, make sure you come on Saturday to go ahead and get that slice and know how to slice it up and how to make the most of it, as well as the financial freedom package. Don't forget about the financial freedom package. There's going to be a lot associated with that package. So make sure you start selling that and buying it. Anything else? That's it, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you again.
Let's conclude this. Let us conclude.
Bye. We're going to do the windshield wiper. This is the windshield wiper, okay? All righty. Windshield wiper is goodbye. Thank you all so much. See you tomorrow.
Thank you very